She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you.
Alright, so what's going on, guys? We're doing another tier list, and this is going to be Dragon Ball, like the entire Dragon Ball series, Saiyan transformations. Now, it doesn't have to be specifically just for a Saiyan, like for instance, Super Saiyan, but it has to be something that a Saiyan has performed as a transformation. So I'm going to go ahead and start with, and just in order how it comes, the Ozaru. Now, when we first saw this, it was in the original Dragon Ball, and we just knew it as like a very dangerous monster, but not much about it. We learned a lot more about it in Dragon Ball Z, and it gave us a lot of information, like why they were called like why Frieza kept calling them monkeys and stuff like that. But yeah, it really introduced a lot. It became useless later on, unless you want to count GT. But I think it still holds some merit, so I'm going to put it as C. Now this one. This is Super Saiyan grade 3. Yes, because grade 4 is where they mastered the Super Saiyan form. It's completely useless. It's been used once when Trunks used it against Perfect Cell, and he used it again on Vegeta, but that was more of a diversion. It wasn't useful at all. This is the thing that Elder Kai did, where he unleashed his power. I didn't care for this too much. I know a lot of people did, but I didn't. I don't know, it's alright, I guess. The Kaioken was actually really good. I'm going to put it at B. It kind of introduced us to different ways to increase your power. Even though it wasn't a complete transformation, it was more of just like a temporary boost in power. Now the games do see it as a transformation, but I don't. It's more of like an artificial boost in power, because I think you're like actually sacrificing a little bit of your energy, like your main energy, to use it. I don't know. It's just very weird. It's hard to explain. That's pretty much just it. Super Saiyan Blue. I do like seeing this. It's also on here twice. This is Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, so I'm going to put this up here. Super Saiyan Blue is fine. I'm going to put, yeah, Super Saiyan Blue is just like right in A. Evolution, the reason I put that above it is how he got it. It's not, I don't see it as more it is more powerful, but I see it as, okay, this is pretty much how I'm ranking Super Saiyan Blue. So Super Saiyan Blue is pretty good. I do like it, trust me. A lot of people don't like it because it said that it's overused. But if you want to go ahead and click that eye icon up there, I do have a video of explaining how it's not overused. Well, more of is it overused, and I talk about both sides, saying whether it is overused or whether it's not overused. But anyways, if you click that eye icon up there, you'll go to that video. But if you're still here, or you came back, Super Saiyan Blue, good form. Really good form. But Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, because of how he got it, like, it was something that he really needed to excel in the Tournament of Power. It basically felt like, not only that, but it's also a form that Goku didn't achieve first. It really felt like something more, something that is just for Vegeta. Now, a lot of people don't like that, but I mean, I don't know what to say, really. I mean, I guess you can make your own tier list, decide how you want things ranked. A lot of people don't like Super Saiyan Rose. I think it's actually unique. Here's why. So, it's actually a very clever thing that they did, because they called him Goku Black, and the Super Saiyan form is Rose. Well, think about it. Black Death, roses. I mean, that's probably not their intention, but if it was brilliant. So I'm going to put that up here in S tier. Now, Super Saiyan 4. People usually go, it's not that great, it's all right. I'm like one of those people that think, I wish it was good, like it could be good, but it's like it's not. They go, you obviously have like your GT defenders and your GT haters. I'm neither. I'm like in the middle. I think it's all right. But they go, but the people that support it go, well, it's like showing them going back to their primal instinct. But one, it was a ridiculous form to unlock. It took so much to unlock it. You had to master the Ozaru form, and then I don't remember, it was something stupid like that. Like, you had to master the Ozaru form and everything, and it was just leagues of stupidity. So I'm gonna have to rank this down here. Actually, no. Add a row below. Alright, add a row. There we go. We're going to just go ahead and delete this row. Alright, there you go. But why? I don't know what this is supposed to be. Just regular base form. Which, if that's the case, I'll put it at B. It's like right in the middle. The Berserker form, a lot of people love it. I don't care for the design, but it does make like the fights a little bit more interesting, so I'm going to put it in A. If it wasn't that weird green color, like it was like a more of a bright neon green or something, then I'd probably put it in S. But it always seems like a weird like shade of green. I wish it was more like a bright color green, or like, because it's like they're trying to do like a bright green and a dark green, but it's like right in the middle. Like if they did like a bright or just a dark, it'd be fine. Super Saiyan God, I really have to put that in S. I prefer the Super Saiyan God form over Super Saiyan Blue. And then Evolution, like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution is, I mean, it's alright compared to God. Like, I'm not saying it's better and I'm not saying it's worse. I'm saying it's probably about on par with it. It's on the same level. And then I have to put Ultra Instinct and Master Ultra Instinct up in S tier because it was like we talked about it and we were like, okay, we get it. It's probably going to be this one thing that Goku will never learn. But when he accessed Ultra Instinct in the tournament and then mastered it in the tournament, it made the fights so much better. It really pushed the limits to what Saiyans actually are. And it didn't do it like in this artificial way where it's like, oh, you got hurt from battle. Okay, well, here's a Zenkai boost. Or from like just regular training. It was literally a form that required, well, yeah, it did require some training. It required a lot of training, but it's more the fact that you have to separate your mind and your body from itself. You just have to live and do things in the moment and let each one of your body parts move independently of oneself. So basically your arms will think for itself. That's why during the entire fight you saw him moving his arms in weird ways. It's because it's to indicate that his arms were literally, every single bit of his body parts were literally just moving independently of themselves. I don't know. I really loved it. Super Saiyan 3. I like I have a cup. A Dragon Ball Z cup that has Super Saiyan 3 on it. Now, the reason I bring this up is because the reason I put it in B instead of lower is because I like the design when it's on like cups, t-shirts, posters, different stuff like that. But in the show itself, I don't really care for it. I mean, he mostly uses like Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue, but he doesn't really use Super Saiyan 3. If you think about it, he used it against Boo. He used it in the Tournament of Power. Barely. He used it against Lord Beerus. He's rarely used it. Like, Super Saiyan Blue has seen more uses than Super Saiyan 3, and that's because Super Saiyan 3 just takes so much more energy. Alright, this is obviously Super Saiyan 2, and I love Super Saiyan 2. This Berserk form, people are like, oh my god, you see that blue aura? He's obtaining, like, he obtained some form of, like, God key. No, he didn't. But go ahead and keep thinking that, I don't care. I'm going to take this out. Actually, I'm going to put this here. If it's, like, something that's already used, I'm just going to use it there. And I don't know if this means, like, Vegeta's Super Saiyan and Goku's Super Saiyan forms. Oh, no, this is grade 4. Okay, so... yeah, so this is mastered. Which, I want to just put that with regular Super Saiyan. Now this one. You may be asking, it's like, are you going to put this in, you know, the but why category? And I just have to say no. There's a reason for that. Okay? It's really stupid. Trust me. I know. Do I question why it exists? Most of the time. But the thing is the only person I can remember that was a Golden Azaru was baby Vegeta. I mean, it was a really nice like obstacle for people for baby Vegeta. I don't know. It was all right. I'm gonna put it in D. It was bad. It could have been used better, but I still find it better than Super Saiyan 4. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here, and I'm going to find another Dragon Ball Z related one, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and we're back with a long one. This is Dragon Ball Z to Super Character Tier List Maker. So we have also a little bit more. We have S+, S, A, B, C, D, E, F, and Trash. So I'm going to go ahead and start with 16 at B. The reason I'm putting 16 at B is because without him, we wouldn't really have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and he wouldn't have accessed that form the time he needed it to fight Cell. Now, 17 and 18. 18... Actually, I'm just going to put them down at S. 17 and 18 were like really good, but they were like really good in Dragon Ball Z, and then when they came to Dragon Ball Super, they got even better. So I probably would have put them at B, but because of how much better they were in Super and more utilized, I decided just why not go ahead and throw them in S. Obviously, these two would be Trash. Not really great. I didn't care for him, but I'm not going to say he's trash. By the way, if I barely remember the guys and stuff, I mean, when I mean barely remember them, I mean just like barely remember what their names are. I'm not really going to give them like a super amazing ranking, just because that's how not impressive they were. And I'm going to also create another line, and it's just going to be the not important. Okay, they're not important just due to the fact that they don't fight. That's it. They add a little bit to the story, but not enough to actually, give them a super high ranking or a super low ranking. So Beerus, he adds to the story, but I mean, he doesn't really do much in the sense that he deserves like a high or low ranking. And I'm probably going to put, you know what, I'm actually just going to put like all the Gods of Destruction in one category. Actually, let's go ahead and get rid of this row. And we'll add it above this one. Alright, and it's going to be... We'll just put it as gods. Pretty much if they're like a god or an angel, they'll go up there. So yeah, we'll put like god / angel. Whether or not it's spelled correctly, I don't care. Broly. Broly actually surprised me. Birder, I did enjoy Birder. I did not enjoy Ginyu. Ginyu was really annoying. The Cell Saga, Mwah. Beautiful. Perfect. Never change. And, Chi-Chi and Chaozu, they didn't really add much, but they're still important enough characters that they don't. Okay. I know I keep talking fast, but here, I'm going to slow down so you guys can understand what I'm coming at with this. So, Chi-Chi and Chaozu do add something to the show. But because they're not really fighters, I'm not really going to judge them based on what they have or haven't done throughout the entire show. So let's go ahead and just throw them in the not important section. It's not that they don't deserve a rank, but it's the fact that they haven't really done much. Then we got Deborah. Just as annoying as Captain Ginyu. That whole meditation thing that he did really pissed me off. I was like, just hurry up. It's like you're not going to win. You're not going to kill them. And whether or not Majin Buu got summoned didn't matter. Just due to the fact that it's like, you're still going to be pointless in the end. Dodoria was actually one of my favorite characters before the Ginyu Force was introduced. So I'm actually going to put it up there with A. Dispo was not that great. Like, if we're going to look at it, he was part of, like, one of the most powerful universes in the Tournament of Power. Universe 11, yet Universe 11 as a whole only got 2 eliminations, and that comes from Jerin. Nobody else got a single elimination. I did find Frost impressive. Like, he seemed like when we were first introduced to him, because the Saiyans were completely different in Universe 6 than they are in Universe 7. Frost was even more, was like a lot the same as Frieza. Like, he had the same thoughts and pretty much betrayed anyone and everyone. He created all this crime to make money off of it by defeating it. So he was found to be this evil person, but when we were introduced to him, he seemed like this really nice and genuine guy. But we ended up finding out a lot more about him. So I'm actually going to say he was actually a really good character. I probably put him at A. Top. So he is a candidate for the next God of Destruction for Universe 11. He was really impressive. Like, but the thing was, I don't know why he used Energy of Destruction. He honestly didn't need to. He was really powerful in the beginning, and then we just got introduced into more and more of his power. At first, I didn't like when we were first introduced to him. So when they were doing like the whole exhibition matches before the Tournament of Power to show the other Omni King what a tournament's like, I didn't care for Top, but I did grow to actually like him, and he was actually a really good character. So I'm going to put him at S tier. Golden Frieza, or just Frieza in general. I mean, seriously, S plus. Like, the fight between him and Jasmine, something like that. The Yardrat. from Universe 2. Oh my god, I watched that fight over and over again. Just how he completely brutalizes and tortures him and then, like, does a blast at point blank range. And doesn't hit anything vital. He shows how dark and twisted and evil he is. Like, it surprises the god of destruction of Universe 2. Because, like, the Supreme Kai thought he actually killed him. And all he had to say was, "What, kill him? You honestly think I could make such a foolish mistake?" And he said, "But I can't be accounted for what happens to him once he's outside of the ring," and then kicks him out of the ring. If he literally died after that, it wouldn't be his fault. I mean, he didn't kill him. He injured him and he just happened to die. Alright, there you go. The Grand Priest obviously goes up there. Goldo, I wasn't saying he was trash. Actually, once we're introduced to, if we're counting Super in all this, he would be trash. Mr. Satan, he did some stuff to help, but he wasn't important at all. Jocko's trash. Hit was really good. Okay, that's Imperfect Cell. Yeah, I'm gonna put Imperfect Cell with Dispo. And Jace up here with Burter. Jerin was... he could have been better. I want to say that. I'm going to put him about here. He could have been a lot better. I'm going to be honest, like... the fight was good, but that was just due to the fact that a lot of surprising things happened during it, like the mastered version of Super Saiyan, of Ultra Instinct, I mean, and Frieza and Goku working together. I believe this is Khalifa and Kale. I don't know. Fusions are not ranking high for me. I'm telling you that now. Same with even Fuse Zamasu. Okay, I did really love Kid Buu. Kid Buu is like up there for me. I'm gonna put First Form Frieza in like S. And I do have a reason for this, okay? So just hear me out. When we're first introduced to Frieza, it's when Krillin and Gohan get to Namek. And they all fly by, but you see how terrified they were. Like, she thought it was Vegeta, but they were like, it's a lot worse. And we don't even realize, like, how terrifying he actually is. But it's just his presence. Like, the presence that he leaves, the energy that he gives off, it makes him feel... even though he doesn't do anything really in the first form, it makes him more terrifying than you can even imagine. By the way, yes, I also see Top down here. I'm going to put him up here. Same with like this God of Destruction version. Krillin. I want to put Krillin up here on in B. Now, he did kind of slow down after Dragon Ball Z. Or trust me, he'd probably be an A. Or even S. But he did impress me when it came to Dragon Ball Super. You go down there. Same with you, Majin Buu. I'm going to be honest. Fat Buu, like, in Dragon Ball Super, really annoying. Like, more annoying than Captain Ginyu. Master Roshi actually surprised me. I'm going to put him up here in C. I didn't expect as much to come from him in the Tournament of Power. I thought he was going to get eliminated early on. Which he kind of did. He kind of did get eliminated early on. But he actually surprised me. The Saiyans of the Universe 6, I really am impressed with them. And dear God, I do not need any more fucking fusions. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of like the not important ones. The people that were there but don't really do much to impact the story fighting wise. Like, I could put Cybermen in trash, but that would be a very disservice. Because they were only used to determine the power, like the actual strength of everybody on Earth. So, yeah, he's just not important. Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. Oh, that's Yamcha. I was like, I'm trying to think who, like, that face is familiar. I was like, oh, that's Yamcha. Yeah. I do like the story behind him. You know, he's a planet devourer and all that, but I wish... I think they're going to actually make a little bit more of the anime. I keep going with Dragon Ball Super, but until they do that, I can't really rank him higher than A. Because I'm not really going off the manga here. I'm going more off of, like, the actual anime. The Namekians of Universe 6, I'm going to put it at D. Don't get me wrong, they were impressive, but you would think that since they fused with everybody from their entire planet, that they would be a little bit better. Like, they'd be more impressive, but they weren't. They were just, eh. Which, by the way, you guys are probably asking why I'm not putting these two as, like, up here with, like, the regular fusions. It's because even though they did fuse, that means I had to put Piccolo there too, and Piccolo actually did a lot. But it's more of the fact that even if we are counting them as their fusions, they'd still be lower. Just due to the fact that they still didn't do anything with their fusions. Like I said, Universe 6. I want to be honest, I did not care for Future Trunks. I just found him really annoying. Nappa was there. Raditz was trash. I'm sorry. If you guys liked the whole Raditz thing, it's fine. I'm just thinking, why didn't they do more with Raditz? It's like they could have had him just like starting flying around and destroying cities and stuff, but instead it was just used to introduce the other Saiyans. Raccoon. Yeah, I'd say about there. Actually, no. You did get actually a lot worse. Like, when you first started and you were like dominating everything, you were pretty good, but when Goku came up, it was just. Yeah, you weren't real smart. I'm just. I'm putting these guys in the middle. I don't hate them. I don't like them. And a lot of people do like these two. And I'm just like, it's fine. I'm just doing this just so there's not a lot of controversy in the entire thing, and that everybody can just be happy with the list. By the way, I'm going to put Goten and Trunks down here. Like I said, didn't add much. Now, the reason I'm putting Semi-Perfect Cell up here with, like, Piccolo, the Saiyans from Universe 6, and all that, is because he was better than the Semi-Perfect, but he was also better than a lot of, like, other characters. Like, I liked Semi-Perfect Cell more than I did Gotenks. I liked him more than Captain Ginyu, but he wasn't really at a level that I would consider to be like Dodoria. I'm not talking about like strength wise, obviously. I'm just talking about like story wise, about how they looked, their introduction, and just basically stuff like that. He was introduced in a really good way when he absorbed Android 17. And it really showed how much more powerful he got just absorbing Android 17. And then we were able to deduce that he would even get even more powerful. So, yeah. Since he was able to get, like... It's one of those things that he got extremely powerful from imperfect to semi-perfect. Just thinking of how much more powerful he would get once he went from semi-perfect to perfect. It was just one of those things. Now, I wanted to obviously put Super Saiyan God up there. And same with Evolution. But like Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken just goes like right up here. Below Evolution. And below Super Saiyan God. I think it's just because I'm just thinking it's alright. I mean, the blue is fine, but I wish they kind of switched it. I think I just like the red more, and that's just pretty much it. Rose, I talked about this earlier, why I like Rose so much. And I love Ultra Instinct. Gohan. Gohan. Kind of a... Actually, no. I'm going to have to put him lower. Let's put him down in F. I mean, he didn't do much in the Tournament of Power. And after the whole Cell saga, he went downhill. I mean, he went downhill fast. The Great Saiyan stuff and all that. I mean, I get it. They wanted him to do like the whole schooling thing, make it seem like he's a normal person. And then he was like, he still has that desire to want to fight to keep the city safe, like, well, the world safe. So, but he doesn't want to get in trouble. So he does that whole, Super Saiyan, like, no, the Saiyan Man thing. I don't know. It just, I kind of got it, but I also really hated it. But yeah. I mean, like I said, could have been better, could have been worse. Actually, could have been a lot better. I mean, he could have gotten a little bit worse, but if he did that, he would have been trash. Because, I mean, after everything, after Boo, he kind of calmed down and spent time with Videl, got married, had a kid, and he doesn't feel like he would be up for any actual combat. Because when Frieza arrived, he was still not really able to sense energy. Like, he's kind of got, like... Okay, so when Frieza was completely revived, it's... How do I say this? He couldn't really sense his energy until Piccolo pointed it out. And he also didn't know where his fighting gi was, so I was like... I'm like, seriously? It's like, you want us to take him seriously? But anyways, that's just my thoughts on him. He's not great, he's not terrible, but whatever. Tien, the reason I'm putting him a little bit higher than a lot of the other characters is... Actually, I'm putting him on the same level as Krillin, so never mind. But anyways, the reason I'm putting him in B is just due to the fact that I liked his whole little, like, shtick that he had when he, in Super, when he opened back up his old teacher's school, but he was in charge of it. I mean, I thought that was, like, pretty much a feature that we wouldn't really see that much of, but I feel like it's something that we should have seen more of. I don't know. I guess it's just me. And Zamasu and Zarbon. I'm not really going to explain much. They're really good characters. Zarbon kind of got annoying every now and then, but I mean, not as bad as like Ginyu or Dispo. Yeah. And I felt like there was some actual threat with Zamasu because he's been around for thousands of years and we already know how intelligent he is as a Kai. So with that intelligence plus more experience than Goku has, it really shows a lot. And by the way, when I mean experience, no, I don't mean like your standard experience of like combat. I mean more of experience based around like knowing things, knowing important information. When it comes to like battling and how mortals react. Because remember, he is a Supreme Kai, so he does pay attention to what the mortals do. Now, of course, his judgments are misguided. But still. That's the end of that. And I'm going to actually ask you guys what you think about my ranking of all of the different DBZ and Dragon Ball Super character rankings. I think the last one was a ranking of Dragon Ball Z characters. Oh, no, it was forms. So yeah, how did I do when ranking the forms, in your opinion, and each of these characters? I'm going to be honest, I'm not very familiar with a lot of these characters. Just because I more of like watched like through it like a couple times, but I didn't really get like super invested in the characters of universes that we already knew weren't going to win. Because like we could see Universe 6 winning, and then the Saiyans wanting to bring back Universe 7. But that's pretty much it. I didn't really care about any of the other characters throughout the other universes. Like, Universe 2 was really annoying. Universe 9 was pretty bad. And Universe 11 was, I was going to say, more annoying than Universe 2. But really not that bad. Dear God, I am just rambling. Alright, so I'm just going to end this off here. This is my ranking of each of these characters. I wish I did a better job at explaining, because I pretty much went straight to rambling. But anyways, if you guys have enjoyed, hit that like button. Comment down below your thoughts on my ranking and my explaining of my rankings. And if you're all new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next video.